A City Union Bank, Kunal, would that at all pop up on your radar? Okay. We've opened up in trade. Let's focus in on that. Let's see how we've opened. And the Nifty doing fairly well for itself. 26,100 breached. We're 50 points above where we closed yesterday. And the Sensex also doing fairly well for itself. 85,350 is where we're at, where the Sensex is concerned. A third of a percent higher on the Nifty mid-cap as well as the small-cap indices. So some bit of strength seen there. Nifty IT largely flat, slight positive bias, but we'll take that given the kind of move that the Nifty IT showed yesterday. Flat on the banking index as well, slight positive bias on it. Infosys up 0.5% thereabouts. Tech Mahindra also doing fairly well for itself. So some of those names doing well. I'm gonna quickly try and zoom in on some names within the Nifty 50 pack which are doing fairly well for themselves. Now 0.25% higher on the Nifty. Adani Ports is the one which is leading the pack. A percent higher on Adani Ports. 0.8% higher on a Bajaj Finance. Adani Enterprises also following suit, very close behind. No big movers on the Nifty, frankly. 0.33% lower on HDFC Life is what we're seeing in early minutes of trade. HCL Tech now seeing red. But really, the advances outstripping the declines. So while there's no real outperformer today on the Nifty, nothing above 1% or gaining more than 1%, what you are seeing is that the breadth is extremely favorable, and that's where the positivity is coming from. The Nifty Bank continues to remain flat. Let's talk about other sectors. Nifty Auto is up around 0.33% thereabouts. The Nifty IT up around 0.1%. The metals index is doing fairly well, and the PSU banking pack is doing very well for itself. Let's talk metals. Vedanta is up 1%. So is Hindustan Copper. Nalco too doing fairly well for itself in an okay market. And outside of that, the PSU banking pack, and within that pack, you're seeing good strength in an Indian bank, a Union Bank, some of the smaller PSU banks leading the way, at least in trade today. Nalco doing well for itself, 1% plus higher on Nalco as well. No big movers, frankly, to start the day off within the larger caps universe. So that's something we'll look out for. Now let's talk about the Nifty small cap, and within that small cap basket, trying to quickly zoom into some names which are doing well to start the day off. Well, 0.25% higher on the Nifty small cap index. And Aisha, what are the names that are buzzing?
Reliance, that's the one which is the big contributor today. And I mean, to think of it, Reliance is actually now at 1,500. And, you know, we were still talking about the struggle that it's always had around that 1,300, 1,350 odd zone. So good bounce actually for Reliance, and that's giving due contribution to the index today. Other than the Reliance, Axis Bank as well is looking good. M&M has opened 0.5% higher. While the index may not be doing anything, but just the quality of names, and perhaps Kunal will throw more light on this, the quality of names which are actually holding up, that gives you some amount of conviction at least that, you know, at least there is a durable base and we'll manage to latch on to 26,000 at least for some more time to come. But yeah, Infi, that 18,000 crore rupee share buyback opens today. The stock is a little bit muted. The Mahindra Group, all eyes on M&M. You know, they've got their investor day today, and we've seen some marquee announcements being made at the investor day, their guidance, etc. So looking out for the entire Mahindra pack. Holidays, of course, has bounced up quite nicely. That, of course, has news flow as well attached to it. They've entered the leisure hospitality business with an investment of a good 1,000 odd crore rupees. So look out for what that stock is doing, and that's perhaps adding some amount of momentum. What about Samman Capital? Has the selling stalled there after the clarification? Not quite. It started off with a mild bit of green, and once again it's in the red, about 3% lower as we speak right now. NBCC after that 3,000 crore rupee order. Adani Enterprises after the LOI for being the successful bidder of JP Associates under CIRP. Tenneco Clean Air, Goldman Sachs was a big buyer yesterday, the new listing. So in fact, you know, I also want to revisit Grow and whether it's opened anything with a recovery. Still lower actually for Grow as well. NTPC Green, they've signed their MOU to develop a renewable energy project. Capri Global set up a wholly owned insurance broking subsidiary. City Union Bank, there's been an ICRA upgrade which has come in there. And for Sula, ICRA has now revised its outlook to negative from the earlier stable. CG Power, they've got a 365 crore rupee tax demand, and they're going to be now appealing for expecting a favorable outcome, but not really seeing a material move on CG Power right now. So that's pretty much it for the market. Kunal, quiet start for the index. Can we build on